Greetings, Commanders! Welcome to Kerrash Landing Episode 7, recorded on the 29th of November 2013. I am Commander Kerrash, and tonight we're probably going to try a little bit of everything. A few more frontier things I want to try, and maybe a bit of Kerbal Space Program, and even some Leisure Suit Larry if we have time. So, let's get on with the show. If I remember, yes, we were in Imperial space last time. It's been a long time. I apologise for the delay. Few things got in the way of gameplay, life and all that. It does tend to stop everything you have planned. But there we go. We are back on the air. Da, 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 da. Greetings, Commander Alien. Gotta love that music. What the dickens? Right. So, a couple of silly things I didn't prove one way or another on this, so I just want to try it for my own sense of completion, closure if you will, as the alpha is looming over our heads. So close now. Yes, nothing more to deliver. Right. So, the silly little thing, let's get us down. Let's take all these off. So, one silly little thing I wanted to try is it technically possible to enter an atmosphered planet slowly enough that you don't explode? Just out of curiosity. Silly little thing, I know, but it's just bugged me. It's bugged me for so long. I need to know. I'm assuming, in theory, it should be possible. You go slow enough, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do it. So let's find a nice little planet with an atmosphere. So either Topaz or New America. Shouldn't be too bad. Where are we? Closest to Topaz, I think. And there's no... Is there a base? I thought there was... Oh yeah, there is... Camp Jameson. There's appropriate. What we'll do is we'll head to Peter's base first. So the autopilot doesn't slam us into the atmosphere at several thousand kilometers a second. It had a tendency to do that. Good evening to you, Commander. Welcome to the stream. Apologise for the delay in between streamings. I think for the time being at least I'm going to try and do Fridays and Saturdays around 19:30 GMT most evenings. That's the plan anyway. When the alpha comes out, I'm probably going to be sleeping underneath the desk. Let's be honest. We'd all do the same thing. So. Can I chase after this planet? No, because I'm... damn you. Damn you, space station. I don't want to get too close to the planet. I want to get close enough that I get captured by its sphere of influence. There we go. I'm relative to Topaz now. When I want to slow right down. Any sort of crazy speed is going to just burn us up. Come on, it should be possible. Oh no, it's disappointing. You tried to do a test stream of Elite, and you don't think you got the bandwidth for Elite Dangerous. Oh no, that's not fair. I wish I could share the bandwidth with you. Get as many streams as we can get up on there. Alien, I'm doing fine tonight. Thank you very much, Alien. I must say, actually, I really did appreciate all the kind thoughts of everyone there. Obviously, I did have a few problems over the last few days, family problems, so I appreciate all the kind thoughts of everyone. That's one of the things I really have enjoyed about this community. So, lots of kind people. So I'm going 1,000 kilometers an hour straight down. Whoa! Boom! Whoa! Hoo, hoo. That caught me off guard. So you managed to get Elite working well, but Elite dangerous. We need higher colors and processing. Yeah, that is one of my fears actually. I've been looking at it and thinking, well, you know, I do meet the minimum spec for the alpha now, but do I have enough headroom to, you know, do everything at the same time? I don't know. I hope so. You know, it's gonna need some fairly hefty processing power to do the MP4 conversion, and I honestly don't know whether I'm gonna have the oomph for it. Ooh, that's an interesting point. Alien X Rebirth are now doing public beta testing. Yes, yeah, yeah. Public beta testing should have been in release. That's true. Drop their antics. Yes. Why didn't they do that in the first place? I think is the is the general rule of thumb there. Why on earth did they wait until they release it, then notice that the bugs are so bad that no one can play it? Right. Okay, really shields. Let's save it now because I'm just curious. Right. 1,000 kilometers an hour. So where did we get to last time? We were about 7,000 kilometers up before it started to be a problem. Slow this right down. ,6,000 kilometers up now. See, without time acceleration, this would be incredibly boring. Yeah, still in better shape than the Ashes cricket game. I could not believe that myself. I was looking at the videos of that. I could not believe how terribly bugged that was. I myself, I would be so incredibly embarrassed if I had anything to do with that game. It was shocking, to say the least. Oh, actually, I didn't actually crash into the atmosphere there. I foolishly accelerated straight into the ground. But that just proved my point. I'll get a proper landing just to prove it. That was actually possible to land on a planet. How insane is that? Let's get down. 3, 4, 3, 2. Right, slow this right down. 100 kilometers an hour. So that should be plenty. What's that alien? You try taking off from Ross 154 with no atmospheric shield, and it works under 300 kilometers an hour. You tried landing again, it splattered into the planet. Yes. Oh, yeah, exactly like that. Damn, I must do this. Must prove a point. It's one of those things that's bugged me since childhood. I must do it. Come on, come on. Nice and slow. Slow and steady. Relative to the planet. Come on. There we go. Come on. 10, 9, 6, 7. Oh, God, I'm rushing. Damn it. Damn it. Ugh. Oh, Alien, you bought Game Dev Tycoon earlier from Greenheart Games. Yes, I must admit, I got thoroughly into the demo of that, actually. It's really good fun. I do like the way, actually, there's a secret little hidden bit of piracy control in it. I don't know if anyone's ever spotted it, but I haven't pirated it myself, but I read about it. There's I don't know what you'd call it. There's a bug that they've put into the game on purpose. That if you are running a pirated version of the game, all of the products you make in the game suffer from huge piracy problems, and you can never make a profit past a certain point in the game, which I think is an excellent little dig. I think it just works really, really well. Oh dear, I'm just going too fast now. Who knew making games was so addictive? Yes, it is. It's fun. I do like the little tycoon games actually. They do make things very interesting, sort of simulations. I do like them. do this without making it into a crash landing. Haha. Of course, yes, the old time acceleration bug. If you you go above 3 times acceleration, you actually float away from the planet. I forgot about that. Ah, damn it! I've got to do this. I've got to do this. Bloody determined. Tell you what I'll do. I'll make a second save game when I get close to it. Thousand kilometers an hour? Are you mad, man? Oh, skim the atmosphere then, do a couple of percent of it. I forget the gravity. Yes, I'm not compensating with gravity. I'm being a moron here. I'm just rushing into this. Burn up. Right. Just do this little bit at a time. Trying to rush it, that's the problem. Just trying to rush through it and do silly little challenges now. Of course. Oh, there we go. Right, okay. Save it there. Now I'm technically got altitude readout. Oh, I'm 3 kilometers up. I haven't got my landing gear down. Come on. Stop. Cut off that horizontal speed. Oh no, what are you doing? Go down, damn you. There we go. Come on, just land. Those fluffy clouds. Yes! There you go. Point proven. What's that, Petrus? So already seen the Cobra backside. There we go. So you can land on a planet with no atmospheric shielding, no shields, and survive. It is possible. Incredibly stupid, but it's possible. Oh, see? Whoa, look at that. Whoa. Yeah, they don't go very well in the normal atmosphere. That's some serious shielding you need there. Oh dear. So, what were we doing? Well, we got the Panther, didn't we? That was one thing. We got enough money to trade. We did a bit of mining. What else did we do? Oh, that's my battered up Viper. Didn't I start again? Having a bit of fun. Was this the one? No. Where did we get to? Commander Noob with the Viper. Yes. That's what we were doing. Started again from scratch, didn't we? Was working our way up. There we are. Yes. Hopping back and forth. Honestly can't remember what we were No missions? No? Above average? Looking for a few more missions. We were trying to get the permit, weren't we? Weren't we trying to get... yeah. Where is... Just hopping back and forth between these planets, I think that's where we got to. Okie dokie. We've got... What have we got? 7 tons of fuel. Let's get back to Sol. Figure out where we're going. A misjump! Wonderful! Is that because my drive is unserviced, or... Oh, we misjumped over there, or is that because my Alt key is stuck again? Nope. I was just unlucky. Well, damn you, random chance. La 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 la. Oh, good question there, Pedrisk. What do I think of the X52 stick they used in the video? You were amazed how natural it looked and you use those controls. Yes, I was excited. Mainly because I've got an X52. But yeah, I think that just, it really did look smooth, natural, responsive. It really did look good. I mean, I've played quite a few flight sims on this stick. And a couple of them, they just don't feel right, you know, because this stick is it's more like a modern fighter plane kind of controller. I have large outstanding fines. Oh, of course. Yes. Ah, that's what we were doing. Whoopsie. We were just having fun, weren't we? I caused havoc in the Federation, so I was off to Imperial space. Boom! Come on, police. Yes, anyway, yes, very, very good stick, but it's much more like a modern fighter pilot style stick, so it just doesn't feel right on a lot of the games I play, and particularly is it War Thunder is one of the games I've played quite a bit on it, and because it's a World War II style game, the stick doesn't just work with it. But I must admit, what Frontier Development showed in the video, it really did show off what you can do with one of those sticks if you do it right. So we need to find ourselves a route to the Imperial systems. Nobody wants us here. Yep. Nobody loves us. Do do do. So there we go. Lucifer. Factory Central. Do 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 do. Yeah, and I know there's been a lot of controversy over the use of the head tracking in the video, which it's kind of not exactly clear how they're doing it, because they're just out of shot whenever the head tracking's in motion, and then in some of the other shots where it looks like you can see it, it looks like it's too smooth and controlled, like it's being done with a POV hat or something, which then you can't tell because you can't see their fingers, so it's all kind of, you know, can't really see what's going on with the head tracking. I'm really interested in it myself. Obviously, having the Oculus Rift, I want to see how that's coming along. So yeah, that's one of the things I was hoping to see a little bit more detail on, but I just couldn't seem to make it out, which is a shame. Corporate state. Let's just keep hopping to these corporate streets. Alien, here's a crazy idea. Pay my fines? I can't pay my fines. You know, I was wrongfully accused. How dare they think I'm? Of course, I could always use the old fine-paying bug, where if you claim you're innocent shortly after getting your fines way up into astronomical, excuse the pun, astronomical range, you could just get it back down to 500 credits for saying, I didn't do it, officer. But never mind, I shall be a federal fugitive, why not? Petrus, track ID, yeah, he didn't have a track ID on his head. Yeah, he didn't have a track ID on his head, and the camera was on the monitor. They said they have it, and they probably test it. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, lots of questions going past there. Yeah, it was kind of a bit difficult to see what was going on in the video. You know, I couldn't tell how they were doing it, whether or not they kind of recorded it as a sequence off camera and then just played it back, or how exactly they'd done it. But they obviously didn't want to show all of it working yet. It's probably still a work in progress. And I mean, knowing, you know, the whole development process myself, it's just that sort of luck when you're about to try and record it and demonstrate it to someone, the damn thing stops working, something screws up, which is just the way these things go. So it might have been that they were setting up to prepare to show it and the damn thing stopped working, so they kind of had to fake it by using the POV HUD or something like that. Always the way when you're trying to demo something. The demo gods get you. And Aliens, yes, they have it, but you couldn't see what it was doing for that monitor. It was a good point. Oh, a new commander now. Welcome, Commander. I'm gonna Magic MW. If I've butchered your name, I apologise. I'm useless with that sort of thing. Alien. Oh, Rebirth has potential. There's a lot wrong with it. Yeah, that's. I agree. It looked really good. I particularly liked the scale and the complexity of some of the more populated areas. They look really, really good. It's just a shame it's got so many problems with it and the bugs in that whole, you know, 3x3 highway business. I just can't be dealing with that. It just looks so daft. Petrus, by the way, I wonder what kind of card they had, because they were getting 62 frames per second on that big monitor. Hopefully less of a card than what I've got now. Yeah, it is. It is frustrating that we just don't know how well it's going to perform at the moment. I'm hoping I've got enough now. I've just upgraded, just for you guys. I love you guys. No, I was going to upgrade after Christmas. I raided the piggy bank and I've blown the fund already. So it's another year goes by where we don't keep the money until January. So never mind. Never mind, I'm broke now. My bank account went down to 31 pence. So, whoopsie, I'm glad I got paid yesterday. I should have enough for Christmas now. But there we go. Yes, I've got a nice 762 gig now, so that should be enough to run alpha and enough headroom left over to stream for you guys. Alien, yes, if they faked it and people find out, that's bad. If they, yeah, them playing the game in the dev video. Alien IOU 31p, by the way, okay. If you send a stamped addressed envelope to P.O. Box. Yeah, I don't know whether they did fake anything or whether it was just the way the camera setup was or anything. I doubt they would have faked it. I mean, they would have had to have something pretty well set up in order to record that stuff anyway. And you know, looking at the the synchronization of the the control movements and everything to the video, it didn't look like it was faked. It just looked like they were trying to show the best of it without showing everything, because it obviously isn't finished yet, and that is obviously the biggest issue with any kind of alpha is people expect it to be perfect, and it's not going to be perfect. People need to be realistic there. No dangerous jobs. Some dangerous jobs. How many are you? I've not got a big enough ship. This is a Viper, not an Anaconda. Yeah, Petrus, what triggered such rumours? Rumours? No rumours. It's just hand-wavian and unobtainium. No, it's that's the nature of this forum. That's how things go. You know, the we elite nutcases spot the tiniest little pixel out of place, and we start questioning why. Oh, I'm so tempted to get myself a auto refueler, but it's a waste of a ton of space. You wouldn't think a pump from one system to the other would take up a ton of space. I mean, come on. Yes, Yes, what I said. Yes, thanks. Yeah, it is pretty strange that one particular scene, and I think it's the scene where the radiation canister goes to the right of the cockpit. There doesn't seem to be any way that it's set up that it's tracking. You can't. I don't think you can see his hands or how the head's being tracked in that scene. So I think the best suggestion that's come up so far is that perhaps there's a contextual head tracking that you can trigger for anyone who doesn't have a Rift or track IR. Nearby targets can like auto track. That seems like a relatively sensible option, I think. Where on earth is the Myalgra system? Myalgra. Oh, Jesus. What? Really? All the way over there? You've got to be kidding me. I can't make that jump. Let's go to the where the Imperial Navy base is. Darren Gray, yes, could have just been a recorded video from the game. Yes, that's perfectly possible that they scripted out the sequence and it was replayed. I did kind of get that feeling from some of it. And Petrus Michael said many times you can buy anything to use head look, joystick and keyboard. Yes, that is a very good point. So perhaps that was what was doing. Jeez, he presses one button, he uses joystick to head look. Yeah, he could be doing that. Someone else off camera could be using another keyboard just to demonstrate it whilst they're recording. It's Alien, we don't need Elite Dangerous haters jumping on that. I think that's the there's very little chance of that happening because we as fans jump on everything so quickly that there's no chance that any tiny scraps of problems are left over for anyone to troll. But we're just picky. We're just a picky bunch, us Elite fans. You know, we always have been. That's the nature of it. So yeah, I mean, I think it was a great video anyway. So I was too busy gawping at it to pick out any problems with it. Where you come from, ED means something completely different. I dare not ask if it's that funny. I dare not ask. Yeah, the lack of planetary landing is something that caused a big outburst early on during the Kickstarter and whatnot, and people are just gonna complain about it. You guarantee people are gonna complain about it. It's just the way it is. Don't. I won't repeat swear words in case I get an international audience, regardless of the language. We want some slaves for 24.19 tons. Oh, we could have a nice little Mifia. Mifia usually has slaves. Could have a nice little cash run going there. Must remember to get the cargo hold life support 2 people to the V-Quest system for that much money? Why? Oh, are they really? Haven't enough room in my ship. No, I do not, and I don't think I got nothing I can take out. Damn it! Really need to think about getting a Cobra. I think. You've worked in pharmaceuticals, so ED is an acronym for erectile dysfunction. There's always a different term for everything, isn't there? Alien, you has slaves. Psycho Cow, Simon and Frank. Ah, reasonable prices. I'll give you 2,000 credits for them. Deal. Bag him, I'll have him. Do I have to get cargo bay life support though, really? Just seems like a bit of an inconvenience, you know. Ah, we need a bigger ship. Alien puts a gag on Psycho K, Simon and Frank, and Psycho K likes it. I don't think that's strange. I think we were all used to him now. Oh dear, I apologise for the cold. Okie dokie. So if there's no more viewer challenges tonight, I will take requests for anything else. If we want to carry on with a little Kerbal Space program, I've been getting into that just recently. That's really fun. I didn't share a car with Psycho Cow twice. Yes, I feel sorry for you. So I don't know how you manage that. The Psycho Cow fun bus. Maybe next time. Maybe when we're coming back from LaveCon 2014, just for the fun of it, I'll get him to drop him off my way. Or drop me off my way. Either way. I'll probably be too drunk to announce it then as well. No, nothing useful anywhere. We want to go. No useful ships. Damn you all to heck. Let's save Commander Noob out here, so. Okie dokie, so let's put a stop to this business. Let's close that out. Bum bum bum. It's almost as good look. La 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 la. Bum 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 bum. Right, yo. I'm not leaving, honestly. I'm honestly not leaving. I'm still here. So, back in a minute. Coffee. I've had too much coffee already. I will hold off on the coffee, lest you get fed up of my constant rambling. So, I just need to set this up. It's been a while since I've done some other games. Thought it'd be nice to mix things up tonight. I've done a lot of various bits and pieces, but I think we've done everything on Frontier now, apart from killing one of every ship. I haven't forgotten Alien, I just have not found one. Whilst I haven't been streaming, I have been playing it as well, on and off, and I just have not found a single one spawn. So frustrated. So that's the only viewer challenge I haven't been able to do yet. You do set good challenges there. But never mind. At least when the alpha comes out, there'll be lots more interesting, fun things to do. I'm sure lots of people are saying, crash into that asteroid, blow yourself up, try your autopilot, try ejecting. Which will be absolute chaos. I imagine I'm going to have a few more people shouting at me during the alpha. No, you should have went that way. And the delay will kick in and cause us all sorts of issues. But never mind. Never mind. It will be fun. It's not long to go now. I'm kind of hoping we do get access to it late next week. Yay! The Kerbal Space Program! Let's mute this audio rather quickly because it's way too loud. There we go. Rightio, so I will be with you shortly. I apologise for the paused video there. We will swap it over as soon as I can get out of here. Here we go. Nope, nope. I just blew it up. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Live streaming for the win. Here we go. Okay, we will get there, people. Bear with me. Alien, you still suggest buying a lifter, fitting an escape pod, ejecting, docking, going back and blowing my old lifter up. Okay, I will try that. I will try that one time. See if I can get this stream set up now. I apologise for the calls in the regular broadcast. It's a few technical glitches this end, but hey. Stigran, good morning. Greetings, commanders. You come straight here rather than Skype. I am honoured, sir. I am honoured of your presence. Just trying to set up something fun, something different today. Just because I can. I know Twitch are probably screaming at me now because I haven't changed the game I'm streaming, but I'm not gonna mess around with that every 5 minutes whilst I'm trying to switch games. We're having a bit of a fun day today, so there we go. So, for those just joining, we're having a bit of fun with the Kerbal Space Program, which I'd suggest any fan of gaming and astronomy give a go. It's one of these really unrelenting, incredibly difficult games, but easy to get into, fun to play, but very, very hard to master. Stigran, since watching me the other day, you've started putting MB4s just outside spaceports. See, I'm a bad influence. I'm a bad influence. Dear, dear, dear. Alien, yay, Kerbals! We gotta love the Kerbals. So I'm gonna continue with my career. I was playing a career last time I was streaming, and I've got a little bit further than I did the other day. It wasn't that one. I had to change the names, ignore the names. A slight save game glitch I had to work with, so I honestly cannot remember where I got to or what I was doing, so let's have a quick check. I must have a few spacecraft in here. Ah yes, the long shot one. So I had this crazy idea that I think I could land on the moon with a very, very limited rocket setup. Bit of an unconventional design, I know, but alas, in my last attempt, stupidly, I didn't actually take enough fuel to get a return trajectory. I know, I should have calculated better, but hey-ho. So, a little top-heavy, this probe, bit of a pain in the backside with all this extra stuff. I think what I might do, make my life a little easier, I will reduce the weight here, and instead of the one big science bait, which would be nice, it would give us a lot of science points, which would be great. I'm going to reduce that down to these 2 canisters because it's a lot more realistic payload. Drop these in here, and 2 batteries should be plenty. I'm hoping this is going to be enough. Let's dub this, I christen the Long Shot 2. And it is a long shot. I honestly don't know whether this is going to make it. It may do. And that engine and that, we don't want those firing together. Why on earth is that firing together? That one and that one, yes, we want that firing together. Let's make sure we got our stages right. Okay. Gonna be disastrous. We get halfway up in the atmosphere and the damn thing falls apart. Stigran, you played the demo quite a bit and never grabbed me. It's odd because it's the kind of thing you normally play. Yes, I will admit, actually, I played it way back before it got the funding or green light or whatever it got to start to be formed into a big game. I wasn't really that taken by it either. I found it a bit tedious, didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought. I've since come back to it since the most recent update, and as soon as I played it, I bought it because I just thought this is really, really great fun. Ooh, I'm sorry if that's really, really late for you guys. If that is loud, please let me know and I will try and tweak the volume slightly. Hoping you can hear me over the roar of that rocket engine. Petrus, you hear they have voice synth built in which people abuse a lot. I dare not ask what you're referring to exactly there. Alien, do I struggle to think up names for ships? Or you're getting used to thinking of names for game Tev Tycoon? Yeah, well, I do. No, I don't really struggle. I just tend to be very unimaginative and usually call it Kerpolo 1 and all that sort of thing. So lame, I know, but hey. Stigron, is the demo different from the one last year? No, I don't think the demo is different. but the actual full game is changed a heck of a lot. The problem is they're not spending any of their time working on the demo, because obviously it's a waste of resource for them, because they're a small team. They've been concentrating on enhancing the main game, so unfortunately you do kind of have to lump up the money to experience it, but I hope I can give you an idea of it tonight. If there's anything in the demo that you haven't got, I'll try and demonstrate it to you. Anything you want to see. So I will just take a second to concentrate on getting myself up into a good trajectory here. Try and get out of this lower atmosphere and start getting some good acceleration going. Right, there we go. So we're going for a low peak. Come on, we need much more altitude than that. Let's pitch up a little. As soon as I get out of this atmosphere at the top here, as soon as I get out into the thinner atmosphere, I can put my foot down, so to speak. Kerrash, yes, of course, if the demo does not grab people's attention, they're unlikely to buy it, and because people don't have an open mind like that, yes. Yeah, that is the problem I have noticed myself. I've been sitting there wondering, thinking, why on earth don't they update demo, because they would grab more people's attention. I have got a really, really poor trajectory here. I am not doing particularly well. Should concentrate more. Sorry, I'm trying to answer questions and concentrate. I'm not very good at multitasking. It's a man thing. Alien, you came up with a great character name last night, but you ain't telling us what it is. That's spoilers. Spoilers. Go on, tell us. My distance record. Where's my distance record? Okay. Alien, I think they added a few more things in Game Dev Tycoon. Sorry. You remember, Stigman there, you remember Kerbal being something like $40 or €30. It is cheaper. Yeah, I think I managed to snatch it in the Steam sale. Oh, there we go, we've got a good altitude there. Let's just shut off the, yep, should be okay. There we go, we're saving fuel, that's good. So let me set up a maneuver here, so when I get up to this thing, I'm well out of the atmosphere. We'll set up a maneuver to circularize the outer orbit there. 190, no, we don't need that much. Snap it back around, go on, snap round, and yep, put it there. Yep, nice circular orbit. Oh my dear, we need a delta V of nearly 900 meters per second there, because I've had such a poor takeoff. I am not doing this very well, but hey ho. Right, we have plenty of electrical fuel. That's electrical fuel, electrical charge. That screwed me last time. I run out of electrical charge. I forgot all about having enough batteries to power the entire duration of the flight. Okay, so we're just waiting now. I've got a couple of minutes. Alien, yes, they have updated the engine. Yeah, and they continued to update. So one of the things you might notice on here, Stigran, actually, whilst you're asking, at the top of the capsule here, I got these two pill-shaped things. They're actually little science module bays, and what I can do is I can click on them, observe them, and I get points. I can keep that data, and if I bring that data back successfully, it gives me points that I can use, science points. I can unlock new engine parts and whatnot, various parts of the vehicle. So you start out, there's like a tech tree, a whole tech tree. I'll demonstrate that when I land, and I can show you exactly how that works and why it adds a lot more to the game. Definitely adds more of a challenge to the game, makes it more an interesting gameplay wise. You really have to think about which parts you want to buy and plan carefully. You can't just dive into it sandbox mode and just, you know, gun for it. I think I just convinced you to buy Kerbal, yes. Setting options in Delta V, yes. I would recommend, actually, if you get a chance, check out on YouTube. There's a guy called Scott Manley. He does some fantastic videos on Kerbal. Was watching his videos convinced me to buy the game as well, and he is so much better at this than me. It's not even funny. He plays the game with all kinds of mods on, which make the game even harder. Things like having to have food and water and oxygen for your Kerbals. This doesn't, at the moment at least, simulate that stuff. So he plays it on like hardcore mode, and he makes the game look easy. Petrisk, how do I think Elite Dangerous will be sold on Steam? It seems for a lot of people it's the only place where they get info about games. Yeah, I think I read the other day that they weren't planning on putting it on Steam. I don't know. I thought that was one of the Kickstarter things that people asked for it to go on Steam, but it looks like they're doing their own online store, because of course with it being DRM free, I don't think there's any way you can put it on Steam, because they would have to include Steam's own DRM for that to work. So honestly, don't know how that's going to work. Hopefully, Drop Antics hates Steam with a passion. Yeah, and yeah, Steam is managed for games. That is the thing. I mean, Steam is the #1 PC platform for selling games. I mean, I use it for most of my games, and I do kind of begrudge having to install games that are on other platforms. You know, like Origin, for example, causes me all sorts of pain. Having to launch multiple different interfaces for multiple games is a right pain in the backside, but I kind of prefer the idea that they're coming up with for Elite Dangerous is just download an installer directly from their website and just download it, you know, just like World of Warcraft does. Why not? None of this messing around. Right, okay, I'm coming up to the... Oop, I'm going to slow down a little bit there. I got 31 meters per second delta V I have to trim off. And we should be in a nice circular orbit then, if I've done it right. I've missed the node. There we go. There we go. 0.3 meters per second. We should be quite straight. So 81 that side, 112 that side. Okay, I'm really bad at maneuvers. There, never mind. Still good enough to keep us out of orbit. Oh yeah, it's Scott Manley. You can find him on YouTube. I'm not exactly sure how he spells his name, but yeah, he is... was he an astronaut? I thought he was an astronaut. I thought he was an amateur astronomer. I don't know. But anyway, he's really great. I really enjoy watching his videos because he can explain a lot more about this stuff than what I possibly can. He really does a good job of that. So my top fuel tank is empty. I have a whole full fuel tank there. I am hoping... Where on earth is the moon? Yes, I left the long shot one in a strange orbit because I run out of fuel. Meh. These things happen. So let's try and add a maneuver in here. I'm hoping we're going to be... No, whoa. Slow down. Slow down. Right, whoa, there we go. So we're going to get within 200 meters of the moon there. Let's see if I can... Or the mun in this game, as they call it. A bit of a wasteful orbit, but hey. Trying to reduce the delta V that I have there. I'm probably doing this all wrong. Kind of dread the idea that someone like Scott Manley might be watching, because he'd probably be screaming at the monitor. It is kind of frustrating. You see him playing it and he just zips around the game like it's just so easy for him. You know, well, he makes it look easy anyway. I don't know how much editing he does offline, but he just makes it look so easy. It makes you sick. So I'm just trying to find a good point to add a maneuver. Whoops! Oh, that looks pretty good actually. That's probably our. What are we looking at there? So we got 800. So this is just, this is not what we're actually going to do. This is literally a plan of what we need to do. When you're in this view, you can plan out an exact maneuver. And then when we get round to this point, I can thrust in the correct direction. Alien. Ah, yes. Scott Manley on YouTube. Thank you very much for the link there, everyone there. If you want to take a look at him, he does a much better job than me at this. But I'm not here to show you how to do it right. I'm here to have fun. And crash trying. So, hey. Crash by name, crash by nature. So, we're getting close to this maneuver node now. So obviously this, in the top left here, we've got the time warp thing, in case people didn't notice that. The game allows you to speed up time, so you can get travel the ridiculously vast distances. Where is that? There we go. So the little blue crosshair down the bottom here is where I need to aim. And I need to burn for approximately 2 minutes. I hope I have enough fuel. So at full thrust, yeah, it's going to take about 2 minutes. So this should start to push out my apoapsis here. I hope I got enough fuel, I don't know. 800 meters per second delta V is a lot. I've got half a tank. I think that should be enough. I don't know, and I'm drifting because I haven't put the stability control on, which locks you into place. Oops, I should have been paying attention there. Never mind. Yep, so it does seem like a long way, but really, when you start picking up speed, the apoapsis will spit out quicker and quicker to start to accelerate out to that speed. But I do love the simulation. This thing is great, and we've got the little planet here, a couple of little moons around. Let me zoom right out, and we've got all these other planets you can visit. There's a little Mars-like planet there, a more of a Venus-like planet. You know, kind of similar to, I think Jewel there is like, almost like Jupiter. It's got a couple of little moons around it with liquid water and whatnot on it, so it's kind of a play mock-up version of our solar system. Oh, I hate seeing this delta V tick down so slowly. It really is. Oh, especially I've got a third of a tank of fuel in the bottom left here. I didn't plan this very well. I need enough fuel at the other side, of course, that when I swing around here, I'm going to get close to the moon, but I'm going to need to slow down like no one's business in order to enter a good orbit. 150 meters per second left. Oh, I apologise for the bleep. Damn, how do I turn that off? Sorry for that. Okie dokie, right. Pay attention, pay attention. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, so my... damn it all. I'm completely off kilter according to my manoeuvre there. I've totally screwed it up. I guess I need to go back and watch more of Scott's videos. But hey-ho, we're still going to have a moon encounter, which is what we want. I'm going to need a lot more fuel to slow down, I think, but oh, screw it. So, let's speed up time. Get ourselves out into the sunlight. Let's see if we can watch that nice little sunrise coming over planet Kerbin in the background there. Dum 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 dum. Excellent. The long shot 2 is on its way to the Mun. My little sister has just logged on and saw me on Steam. It's like, hey, come and chat, come and chat. I really should have found the option to turn it off first, but honestly, never mind. Right, okay, so in 20 minutes, 10 minutes, we'll slow that down a little bit. I'm going to have an encounter with the moon. So what this means, there's the moon there. Let's see if we can go back to the normal view. Where is it? There is the moon. In the background there, very dark. We can just about see it against the galactic background there. The little speckling of the Milky Way. So, when I get an encounter, I'm basically within the sphere of influence of the body, so what I can do then is I will get my velocity with respect to that instead of Kerbin. There we go. So now I can see that this is where my orbit really gonna go. And this, yeah, I'm gonna need to slow down quite a bit here. So I'm just gonna do this manually instead of setting up in a maneuver, because I need to slow down like right now. So this is going to bring my, I don't really want to bring my periapsis in anymore. So I've learnt a lot of terms since playing this game. Apparently your periapsis is like the highest well, no, the lowest peak of your orbit, and then the apoapsis is like the highest point of your orbit, because even though you have a relatively circular orbit, it's oftentimes it's still not exactly circular. I'm gonna run out of fuel. I'm going way too fast here. 600 meters per second orbit. I'm going way too fast. And I have completely run out of fuel. Wonderful. Okay. Well, not completely run out of fuel. I still have fuel on this thing here, but it is supposed to be for landing on the moon. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to sip little lunar probe. Just sip at the fuel. Sip at the fuel. Not too much. Just sip. I need practically all of that fuel to get back off, or else I am screwed. So I'm pretty sure I'm screwed. But never mind. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ooh. Okie dokie. Issue I got here is if I slow down too much, I'm just gonna... Anyway, it's not gonna be a parapsis, it's gonna be a crash site. Okay, and I've used a third of a tank of fuel. I have probably completely screwed it now, but hey. If I have screwed the pooch, never mind. Never mind. So, we're getting quite a close approach now. Swing this around. Look at that. Look at that lovely moon coming into view now. Speed up time a little. Let's get round to the light side. It's up to you guys whether or not you care about me doing it properly, or if you want me to just show you how it works and cheat. That's up to you guys. If you just prefer to see me suffer and smash into things, then by all means just say whatever you'd like to see. Okay, so in 20 seconds we're going to reach the lowest point of the orbit, which is about 10 kilometers up, and I'm going to have to start thrusting in this direction. I'm going 700 meters per second sideways, which is not good considering how little fuel I have and how much fuel I'm going to need to slow myself down. So I will just quickly lower landing gear. There's no atmospheric drag on the moon, so we can quite happily lower them at any point. And dear, dear. Doesn't seem to appreciate the fact that everyone can see her comments. Oh, so I'm using a lot of fuel here. Now, fortunately, because this part of the craft is obviously now... This part of the craft is obviously lighter because I don't have the extra fuel tanks on I did earlier, but I am still using a heck of a lot of fuel here. I'm going to have to do a very risky suicide burn, I feel, where I wait until the last second to throttle up and kill off all that speed. Oh dear, this is touch and go. So looking at it, I am going to land right on the edge of a crater. Not a good position, but I am not in a place where I can be choosy about wasting fuel for maneuvering. Oh my god, this game is so nerve-wracking. Okay, where are we going now? Oh, that's closer than I'd like to be. Oh dear, I'm going way fast. I'm going way fast. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh. Okay, that's not how not to do it. Okay, right. Failure, but I semi-cheated on the way. I made a quick save point. Okay, now let's try that again. I'm sorry. Ah, she really does not get the point that she is bleeping all over the damn stream. Oh, sorry, Alien, is there a problem with the chat? I can see you, last thing you wrote was, am I back? I know the chat does tend to go on and off on a whim like that. Okay, so I have not given myself a great deal of fuel here. Okie dokie. So I'm thinking the only way I'm going to manage this is to be totally ridiculously stupid. I don't even know whether this is going to work. Is I'm going to have to start setting myself up for a direct vertical descent instead of what you really what I've seen done actually is if you set yourself up for a proper circular orbit around your target first, and then you're in a nice position to make a deorbit maneuver. Fortunately, I'm an idiot and I haven't planned well, so I've got a severe problem with doing that. And the reason why that's a good thing is because you've got much less delta V to burn off in order to do it, but I haven't got that luxury because I've screwed up. So I'm just going to try and aim myself, so instead of going into a circular orbit, I'm basically just going to land straight down, fighting gravity all the way. We'll try anyway. It's not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend it. There we go, so that's 38 kilometers, that's the most we're going to get out of there. Let's get that down, 2 kilometers. Okay, that is a really close approach. Save it here, and if we crash now, we crash. Hey, just living up to my name. Stigrin, am I back? Chat was dead for ages, seem to be back now. Oh, I apologise for that. I have no idea what's going on. Just glitch with the website, maybe. Sorry. Yeah, I can see a couple of people responding now. Does Kerbal have a manual? Probably not. Being a game made by a small group and still in active development, maybe it will when it comes out. But at the moment, there's a lot of good wiki pages and whatnot. And it's $27 at the moment. That's a shame. I thought it had come down more than that, but never mind. Never mind. Definitely keep your eye out for it in a sale, though. Put it up as a wanted game on Steam or something, and then maybe if it pops up in the sale, you can grab it there cheap. That's what I did. I think I managed to get it for about £10–15. You know it's a work in progress, but a friend said the built-in tutorial is not brilliant. Yes, the built-in tutorial sucks. No, it's not great. It definitely needs a lot of work. It's something they are planning on extending, but at the moment, yeah, the built-in tutorials don't really cover a lot, and it is, you know, very difficult to get your head around all of the concepts. So this is a stupidly risky maneuver. I have no idea whether this is going to work. I'm going to have to burn off nearly 1,000 meters per second with a tiny little engine not really capable of burning off 1,000 meters per second, but and I'm doing it on the dark side of the moon just to make things extra interesting, so I'm going to have no idea what my real altitude is. The only real indication of your altitude on this game is to get your shadow into view, which is a pain in the backside. Other than that, you have to come inside your cockpit, like this, and you got a little radar altimeter here. And I'm 500 meters from the ground! Oh my god, I am not going to make this. Yeah, the problem is, even though at the top here you've got the, yep, Boom! Oh, look at those parts fly off into the distance. Various bits of battery bouncing all over the place. So I think this is a bust. Let's try this again. Oh, the tutorial is not good. How do you work things out? YouTube videos. Yes, pretty much. At the moment, it's kind of like Minecraft when it was in its first incarnation. You know, there's a couple of good wikis and there's a bunch of good YouTube videos that people are doing. But yeah, at the moment, it is very much kind of touch and go on the kind of like how do you play it sort of scope of things. But it is improving. I'll give them that. Okay, let's try a new design in here. This obviously isn't working for me, so lander is okay-ish. I think top heavy is hell, but we're gonna have to deal with that. I don't have any more parts to make it more capable at the moment. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, the game should show you more before you buy it. It is a bit of a pain, you know, paying that sort of money for something you don't really know what it is or what it does. It is a bit of a pain in the backside. Excuse me. How are we gonna do this? I need enough oomph to get it. A couple of these little beauties on there. A couple of those. Chuck a bunch more of these on. Which one is the... you got that one in there. Do we need the maneuvering thrusters? Probably. The winglet. Yeah, definitely have a look around some videos, see if you actually like it, you know, and then come back and have another look at it again. It's like I said, it's one of those things that, I mean, I played it very early on, didn't like it. It really just didn't jump out to me as great as what a lot of people were saying, but I think a lot of people had the vision to see more potential in it at the time. Since I've come back to it and played it a bit more, I kind of see as like, yeah, I can see what people were saying. There is a lot more in the game now. It's a lot more polished. Definitely looks and works a lot better. Shorty, sorry for bleeping. Not a problem. I was just trying to get the message across to you quickly before you realized you were broadcasting your messages to the world. No worse than tweeting. Not a problem at all there anyway. So, okie dokie. That's our stage. Stage. That one there is that one. That's our lander. This is ridiculously large now, and this is the problem with any sort of rocket design, that you think, yay, I'll make it larger, I'll put more fuel on it, great, yeah. No, that runs into the problem then of you've got more weight to lift, so the damn thing doesn't get off the launch pad. It really is a fine balancing act. And one thing I forgot last time, I did not put a freaking communications antenna on, which was a big mistake. Let's make sure we put this thing on this time. There we go. Oop. And this game is ridiculously sensitive to things being off-center. You get a really bad wobble on your ship if anything is not quite in the right place. Makes it very, very difficult. Anyone here back the Elite Dangerous Books Kickstarter from Fantastic Books? Is that the new one or the original one when the Elite Kickstarter was? I can't remember. So many projects related to Elite Dangerous. It's insane. Alien there. Is it a case of 2 steps up and 1 step down? No, it's usually a case of 2 more parts and 1 big explosion down. Yeah, it is. It is kind of difficult to find the right balance to get the damn thing to work rightly. I just still no good at it now. It's another thing that Scott Manley does really, really well. Is one of my favorite videos is one called Orange Efficiency. He takes the largest fuel tank in the game, and he was challenged to basically get as far as he possibly can with just one of those fuel tanks, and he does insanely well on what looks like a completely unflyable vessel, and it just works so well. I'm so jealous. It's just not fair. And this thing is wobbling terribly, and we're not even off the launch pad, so let's get up in the air before we have more issues. Twitch client acting up on you. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have no idea what's going on with the Twitch chat tonight. There's all sorts of problems with it. Oh, the new one, box set of books. No, I don't think I've looked at that yet. Like I said, I kind of I've spent all my money. I've got a really bad Kickstarter addiction, and I do like funding things, but I am completely broke now. It's a few weeks left until Christmas, and I am totally broke. So it's not fair. Okay, and come on, hey, there we go. Oh no, come on, gotta keep that surface velocity up. 220, 220. Let's keep it around 220. I'm happy with 220. Oh, come on, keep going. Twitchy by name, twitchy by nature. Yes, there is a few glitches with the website tonight. Apologise for that. What's going on? Oh, there's the box set link for anyone who wants to have a look at the things. I was very interested, and I was listening. I think it was on. Was it Lave Radio this week? They were talking about it. It did sound very interesting. I just wish I could afford it. And the audiobooks. I can't wait for the audiobooks. Yeah, your backloads on the Kickstarter as well. Yeah, I never thought I would put as much down as I did on a Kickstarter. I put a lot of money down on the Elite Dangerous Kickstarter. It's not that I could afford it, it's just that I'm insanely in love with the game. Drop bear antics, yeah, please. Block the Kickstarter website on your router. Yeah, I think I'll have to do the same thing. It's too addictive. It's just too much fun. So. Yeah, £300 is 540 Australian dollars. That is a lot of money in anyone's currency. I am really stuffing up this trajectory. Fair play to me. I couldn't do this much more poorly if I tried. Now, the frustrating thing of this is when I was playing this the other night, drinking Magners, and I was doing much better back then. So maybe I need to go get some alcohol. Chat's gone again. Sorry, Alien. I don't know what on earth is going on with this now. This website is playing up to... actually, I've got a good idea. I think I might know what it is. It's likely because lots of little Sony fanboys have just received their PS4s, and that has Twitch streaming capability. So I'm sure there are lots of people out there right now streaming on their PlayStation 4s, sucking up all the bandwidth. I am not happy with this trajectory, and we haven't got very far, so let's try again. chat is popping in it. Yes, yes. I blame those console fanboys in their PS4. Oh, that's why we were wobbling, because the engines are just below the other ones. Okay. Sticker, and your consoles are all offline. Not that you can put the Atari 2600 online. I'd be very impressed if you did get the Atari 2600 online. That sounds like an interesting electronics hacking challenge that I'd like to see someone do. In fact, I have seen some really, really fun things people do with old consoles like that. I love it when people hack things in old systems that were never intended to work with. Ah, that's a good suggestion there, actually. Yeah, Drop Barantics, the chat system is really new and having issues, so if you use an IRC client, if it's causing you problems, if anyone's having issues with that. Sticker, and you own all of the variants of the 2600. I am jealous. I've got a soft spot for old machines, and I don't own as many as I would like. Come on. Oh, stage, come on. Oh, cheers. Didn't think I was going to go. Let's get ourselves up into that atmosphere. Sticker in all of your boxed Atari 2600 titles. All of your Atari 2600 titles are boxed. I'm even more jealous now. Mint in the box. Oh, Drop Roundtex, apparently. I didn't realise that you can get a homebrew Halo 2600 for the Atari. That would be interesting, to say the least. Bit of a judder then. Got to get this apoapsis up to like 70, 80 kilometers as a minimum. Anything lower than that, I'm still technically in the atmosphere, so that's not a good... Oh, really? Come on? These engines aren't really powerful enough at this stage. I really should think more about my rocket design. Yeah, these engines are absolutely useless for this stage. Does anyone remember the Vectron? Okay, I will turn Skype on now. Bear with me. I will get Skype up now so I can chat to people on Skype if you have issues. Anyone who's in the Elite Dangerous group on Skype can grab me on there if they're having issues chatting. So obviously Twitch is having severe problems tonight, so let's switch over. Sorry, just bear with me a few seconds whilst I switch to have multiple chats at the same time. Okay. Don't think I can have enough delta V here because I did not get into a good orbit first. Oh, Drop Antics. Is it an open Skype group? I assume it is. I think you can join. I have no idea how. I didn't start the group. I think the Lave Radio guys did. So shoot, if anyone knows how people can join, just ask someone in the group to add you. You need to be in their contacts. All right. Okay. This is not going well. I've got such a poor rocket design here. I think we should try something a little bit more realistic. What's the weight of this thing? Dry mass. Yeah, it's more weight, but it's got twice the torque. Let's try a different approach. Something a bit smaller. A bit more realistic. All I want to do is just, you know, land on the moon. I mean, it's not like I'm asking for much, is it? Okay, let's try that. And then let's... So like I said, the problem is the more complicated you make the... craft, the heavier it is, the more trouble you're going to have. So we won't be able to take any science probes up on here, but at least if we get this dude on the surface, he can take some soil samples, some EVA reports. All of that is going to be worthwhile science, which is what we all need at the end of the day. More science. We'll use that as our get us to the moon stage. These are our candlesticks. Good old solid rocket boosters there to give us the initial kick. Get us up there. Two little winglets should give us enough of control early on there. Let's move that down to the same stage so that we can fire all of the rocket engines to get us going. Hopefully, I mean, this is a lot simpler design. It's going to be a lot lighter, although it looks like it's way less than capable compared to the other one we had. In theory, should